that really is the hard part of conducting. And the why is only somewhat musical and much more philosophical, or let's say psychological and emotional, and not about your own emotion. I mean, of course, it goes through you, but you're really trying to channel the composer, trying to understand where they've been. So that involves a lot of reading about their life, about where they were, about other things in that era. Is perhaps what setting did they write this in? I mean, what was going on politically, historically, culturally in the time they wrote this that influences these decisions hugely. Was the composer trying to shock us? In which case, you don't do maybe what was traditional then, or you do, or were they actually trying to play within the system and the style of the time? Haydn, for example, is a great example of someone who was revolutionary within the bounds, mostly, except for a few famous exceptions. But stylistically, within the bounds, he totally changed things and developed things, at light speed, but still within the courtly style of the time. Other composers like Stravinsky, let's say the most famous, but also Beethoven, completely radical. Schumann, somewhere in between, and not trying to do anything. I don't think Schumann tries. Schumann just writes. He writes what was on his mind, on his heart. And so you do all of that, and then you arrive, and then you have 40, 60, 80, 100, 130 people who've done the same thing, usually, and who have possibly played it more times than you. That tends to be less and less true every year in my life, but it certainly was true when I was a beginner. And it can still be true. Still pieces I do for the first time, and even well-known pieces, I've never conducted Beethoven's Seventh Symphony, never conducted it. I mean, in a student setting, but no. Just happenstance, And so then, okay, so all these people who've maybe played it more than you, who may have played it with extraordinary conductors with much deeper insight, or at least deep insight, probably deeper than myself and more experienced, and who have had a different life story to me, and therefore will naturally see the same information, the same musical colors in a different way, not intentionally, just they will. And so then it's my job to not lose what I thought about it. You do have to have an organizing, unifying principle, and yet also not invalidate and in fact enrich my vision and my understanding, both on a personal level, just learning and allowing, but also for the audience, so that their musical majesty, so that their musical mastery and their emotional work also comes through, but in a way that is unified. And that really is the hard part of conducting. That's the hard part.